it's funny. Saturday there was some UFC fights, and these two girls are going at it, and the one girl that's winning is beating up the other girl, so the other girl starts pulling her hair, kind of, and it's kind of right. It's illegal for women, right? It's part of the rules, I think.
I think you can apply for men too, right? I don't think you could do that.
Oh no, yeah, you can't pull hair. Yeah, you can't pull hair. And the one that's losing, you can see where she's trying to brawl more, like she's not as technical. So she keeps pulling the hair, and then you see the other girl like complaining about it, and she keeps pulling it.
Yeah, she almost like uses like the hair as like a leverage to get punches in.
And the ref doesn't see it. And it's in the middle of the round, like there's still like 3 minutes to go. And the girl that's getting her hair pulled starts yelling at the other one, and then the other one starts yelling back, and it's almost like they're about to fight.
Yeah, like a fight broke out between them in the middle of the fight.
A fight broke out.
Right.
But a real fight.
A real fight, right? We're not play fighting anymore. They're really fighting.
Yeah, it's just so funny because, you can watch soccer or you watch hockey, and, when people start breaking the rules or being too aggressive, they start fighting. And it's just funny because, this is an actual fight. And she starts pulling her hair, and then she starts talking shit, and then that girl's all yelling at her, like, what are you going to do? I was like
what I was already doing. Yeah, it's funny because, like, when they were, before the fight broke out, right? They were throwing punches at each other, kicking, elbowing. But when the fight broke out, like, the real human came out, and they were just, like, shoving and yelling and, like...
a lot of hair pulling.
They started scratching.
And I think the ref said, all right, stop the fighting.
Stop fighting and fight. Quit fighting and start fighting. Yeah, right. It's not like you said, like in soccer, like they're playing soccer and then they get into it. Dude, they start playing a little mini game of soccer between them. Like a soccer match broke out inside the soccer match.
Yeah, they start throwing it down, right? And that's what was happening here. It was just so funny because it was
a real fight. Yeah, we couldn't stop laughing when we were watching.
Like, what is she gonna do? Fight her?
Right? Yeah, it's like we're watching the fights, and then we told the other guy, "Oh shit, they're fighting! Like they got
it's a real fight.
Fight broke out." Like,
she pulled her hair.
Oh shit! Fuck.
Yeah, it's all funny too. Because the ref, he didn't know what to do. Right? Hey, calm down. What do you think this is? A fight?
Let's all be mature here.
You know what would have made it official? If she would have taken off the gloves, right?
Oh, damn, right?
The gloves come off, and
gloves
now
are coming off.
Now it's a fight.
But then the other one does the same, but she does the... like, oh, shit's getting real.
Like, I swear, I thought they were both just going to grab each other's hair and start pulling it and rolling on the ground. And
that's funny because, like, you would think, like, if they got so mad at each other that it broke out into a real fight, it would probably end up like that, huh? Instead of, like, what they were doing before.
Like a trained fight, right? It'd just be more like I hate you so much, I'm just
going to go in there. Like a brawl. Like a brawl.
I wonder if that's ever happened, a real fight breaking out.
Well, we saw it. Right, I wonder if there's other instances of
fights breaking out.
Have you ever seen that one? It's I don't know if it's kickboxing or MMA, but they're about to start fighting, and like how they're like face to face when the ref's like telling them the rules, and one of them blows like a kiss to the guy, and it looks like he almost touches him.
Oh, and he does.
He kisses him, right?
He kisses him in the.
And the dude's like, when he knocks him out.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So that's kind of like a fight broke out before the fight.
That was in Pride, huh?
I think so, yeah. They're like in a squared ring.
Yeah, because I don't understand when guys get like face to face, but then why would you kiss the guy? Like, why would that be your first reaction?
I guess just to like piss him off, like you're my bitch, or I don't know. Right? I would go like full. Like, if you're gonna do that, you gotta go all the way. I'd grab his ass, grab his package. You see it a lot too, like in those like Russian organizations. Like it's always like they're having like an interview or a meeting or a weigh-in, and then someone just starts throwing punches and knocks the other guy out.
Yeah, that one almost looks staged.
And it looks like they really hit him though. Like
Yeah, or but like if they want that to happen, like they want them to.
yeah,
fight.
right. Yeah, like the promotion, because you would think like if that happened in the UFC or something, like I would think that dude would get cut or
Oh yeah, you'd get
fired, right? Like with Paul Daly, he got fired. So yeah, but like when that happens, yeah, you see a lot of them. So it's like just more views on the organization, and the organization's like, yeah, yes.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like the slap fighting. It's
Oh,
just that
yeah.
quick 3 minutes of. There was even one of the UFC fights where the two guys fought, and the wrestler just kept taking down the guy, and he held him down the whole time. And then when the fight was over, the guy that won, the wrestler, he started talking shit, and then the other guy started talking like, "You keep talking, I'm gonna kick your ass." And he's like, "We just went for 5 rounds. You didn't do anything." Like,
Yeah, I remember that.
what are you gonna do? What do you mean kick my ass? Like,
You want to really fight, like right? Yeah, that's fucking funny. I remember when Ben Askren came into the UFC, he was saying that. I think there's a video of it too where he's like backstage and Usman's like just mad dogging him and like getting in his face, and then at the conference, Askren's like we're gonna fight already in a cage. Like, what more do you want? Like, you want to add weapons to it? Like, why are you getting in my face? Like, we're gonna fight. Like,
weapons. That's
the next thing, like a flail and a bow staff.
Or to the death.
To the death.
I can see that if the bell rang and they're still fighting. But you know, it's in the middle of the round and the girl started like fighting.
Like, stop punching to threaten to fight the girl, right? Like,
You keep pulling my hair and I'm gonna fucking hit you, right?
yeah, that was fucking funny.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
That was a good card, though. Really good card. Well, it was even funny, too, because it was like they had a bunch of... It was Mexican Independence Day. So they had a bunch of... Almost every fight had a Mexican fight. Not all of them, but most of them had a Mexican
Most of them
fighter.
did, yeah.
And yeah, they just kept... It was like, Noche de UFC. And they just kept, like, putting this, like such stereotypical music in the background, huh? Like...
What do you feel about that?
It's cool that they're celebrating that and all that. Like, that's cool, but... Yeah, it was ridiculous. Like, it was very stereotypical. They didn't need to do all that. Like,
Yeah,
if every Mexican listens to that and they had like the colors, the tribal type colors in the background of every like the tail of the tape, and they would even change out words how like tonight all these fighters are gonna fight del corazón, and they would just add like stupid little shit like that. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not.
yeah, it came off kind of corny and stupid.
It comes off corny, yeah. But yeah, I wonder who's sitting there and it's like
writing it up like, good job, that's good, that's good.
But yeah, I wonder who that catches. Like, you know, who at home's like, oh no, well let's watch it because they're or I don't know, like if that makes
Right.
new fans or.
Like, it's cool that like they're acknowledging like, you know, like Mexican fighters and Mexican fans. I guess like the culture, blah blah blah, all that. But yeah, like it was just so, like if me and my dad are at home and then when it comes out, we pull up our Mexican flag. I'm just trying to watch the fights, man. Like I don't really.
Yeah, I think the fans are already the fans.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the UFC, but you know what? They showed love to La Raza, so I'm gonna go. Yeah, it was so.
Yeah, I was just expecting that, like we were saying, the commentators to be drinking some cervezas or something.
Right? Like I'm surprised, like when they showed them, they weren't wearing sombreros. Like,
Right here at
interview.
the.
And like we were saying, like yeah, imagine like they're celebrating like the Asian fighters in the UFC, and everyone has like those rice field hats, and they just have like like fucking gongs in the background. Like it was like the same thing. Like
Yeah, it's the same. I don't see how they don't see that. Or maybe they do, and they're just
they can get away with
they
it.
can get away with it.
Yeah, no, it's funny because too like all the fans were screaming in Spanish and like yelling for the Mexican champs and have the flags, but they were like in Vegas.
Yeah,
Like
it was
Nevada,
In,
like-
yeah, it was in Nevada. You know, I'll see them. They do that too for the Dallas Cowboys sometimes. Like
Do they?
in the commercial, I think I've seen that where they'll throw in the Spanglish. You know, everything's in English, and then they'll just do like 2 words in Spanish just to.
Just so everyone at home's like, they understand me. Like, right?
Right, like right about to turn it off. Like, oh, what did they say? Oh man, right? It's Noche de UFC.
No, they even said it. I think I saw it with Noah. They said, Noche de UFC. Like,
Yeah. And then they would even cut to the Mexican commentators, and they almost
oh
wanted
yeah,
them
like
to do,
they never do that. Like they always have the Mexican or the Spanish speaking commentators. They have them for every event, but for that specific one, like it's like they just every fight they cut to them.
and they almost wanted them to almost yell like they do when they make the soccer.
That's
like,
exactly what I was thinking. I'm surprised no one was like, knockout, knockout, knockout.
Well, they were.
Kind of.
They would be like, okay, he like in Spanish. They were like, he got him. Okay, he's about to get his back. Viva Mexico!
Oh, that's what they kept saying. Viva Mexico.
That's what they always say. Like every time one of the Mexican fighters would fight, they'd be like, "Great performance. How do you think you did in the second round?" And they would just take the mic, "Viva Mexico, cabrones!" The whole crowd would fucking go crazy.
All the white people in Nevada.
Right. Even in the post fight conference, they had they interviewed all the fighters and they interviewed Shevchenko and Alexa Grasso, and then when they interviewed Grasso, they would ask her questions in English, and then there'd be like Spanish speaking reporters that were asking her questions. But they did the same thing to Valentina, and she's like badass. She's like fluent in Spanish. She was
Yeah. She's
So she was just answering all their questions too. It was cool. Like
Nice.
damn. I'm surprised she wasn't like Viva Mexico,
cabrones.
Viva Rusia or something.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of the way they portray Mexican Americans. I get it.
Yeah, like we're all walking around wearing sarapes and eating burritos. And
Yeah.
It was over the top for sure.
Even movies do that, and yeah, I'm not a fan of like. I know we wanted to go see the Blue Beetle, but it looked like there was a lot of that going on in that one.
Really?
Yeah, because he's
I haven't seen it.
Hispanic, and
Oh.
George Lopez is there.
Ah, of course. Somebody called George Lopez. Like they need him in any Hispanic related entertainment.
Yeah, and it's that weird. Yeah, where he's saying everything in English and then the last words in Spanish or something.
Yeah, right. Should have invited him in.
It's locked now.
It was your friend. You're like, come back later. Come back later.
That's Toad's friend. He always has all the people coming after.
All
our
right,
show.
right, like on purpose. Like he forgets we do the podcast and all his friends are already invited and they just show up. And he has to be like, no, I think you got the wrong address, man. Like,
Stop telling lies.
yeah, they do that. I haven't seen any previews or anything for the Blue Beetle, but I have seen that like in movies where. Yeah, it's like I think they did it in Kill Bill. So it's like with El Paso. Like they, the movie's regular, but then they show her getting married in El Paso, and like suddenly everything's in sepia, and it's like dusty, and like if Mexico is just in a different tone, like the.
Yeah, right. I've been to that little church.
Really? Is it actually here? Or do they just say it's here?
It's in Oro Grande.
Oh, okay, that's not too far from here.
Yeah, not too far.
That's crazy.
I think it's like a little public school. Looks like a school.
It looks small.
I wonder how they found that.
Yeah, right.
That's crazy to bring everybody out here just for that scene, huh?
Yeah, right. They're probably there for like a couple hours, and that was it.
Right.
If that.
That's a crazy little town too, huh?
When I've gone, I don't. The population's really small. Like people actually live there, right?
Think
Like
so.
they have like a little post office that looks like a tiny little shack.
And that gas station.
The gas
and then
station.
a couple like souvenir shops, and then that place. But I guess there's what is it? White Sands, the missile range is right there.
Oh, is
or
it?
Holloman, yeah, or the Air Force.
Yeah, I've only driven like through there, like going to like Verdoso or something, or to California.
Roswell.
Man, I've always wanted to go to Roswell and go to that alien UFO museum.
What do you think of the Mexican, right?
Speaking of Mexican.
And UFOs. What do you think of those two little aliens? I'm surprised they didn't do something like that. Noche de las aliens.
Right. The first country to show alien bodies. And they looked funny. Like little ET, like with like long faces, how like paper mache.
Right.
I saw where the investigators went in deeper and they cut it and it was just chocolate cake.
Yeah, I saw that one.
So like powdered sugar over them to give them that texture.
Some churros. But yeah, what's up with that? You think all the countries are like, no, you guys release yours. No, you release it. And they're all doing like paper, rock, scissors. And let the Mexicans go first.
All right, fine, but the next week is Noche de UFC. I don't know, like...
And like, fuck, we don't have one made. We'll call a piñata maker and have him make it for you.
Quick!
And it didn't have like candy inside it. Remember? It had
candy inside. Right?
Remember they took an X-ray and it's like he's got like candy inside him.
Candy inside of it. Oh fuck. Oh,
right, and the other one was holding a stick.
They blindfolded the politicians and put them in circles, and then the president was on one roof and the Secretary of State was on the other roof.
That's how they made him fly. Look, he's flying.
Ooh. Candy.
Did you see that? They did X-rays and
there's actually a post that showed that, or what?
They did X-rays and it had eggs in it or something. But
I did see that. Yeah, it had eggs.
But I'm saying, yeah, they weren't eggs.
Cadbury eggs.
those Mexican.
What do they call the kinders with the little prize inside?
Yeah, when he was young, we'd always get him his piñatas. We remember all the funny piñatas we would see.
Like random characters, huh?
Yeah, all the American characters, but they'd be wrong. Like they didn't have the right
right proportions,
right.
or be like spelled different. Bob Esponja.
Oh yeah, the SpongeBob. Remember those funny SpongeBobs we would see?
Or even like those popsicles from the ice cream truck.
Oh yeah, and like on the wrapper it looks all nice, and you open it and like one eye's up here and the other one's over here. The nose is like off.
The Ninja Turtles or the SpongeBobs or
the Sonic.
The Sonic.
The Sonic, the Pink Panther.
The Pink Panther.
Yeah, it was like a Picasso version of like that character. Every time we start talking, he comes out.
Oh yeah, some earlier.
Is he licking the glass?
Oh, he's sucking on that glass. That's funny. All like the knockoff stuff you see. I've even seen like a. Or yeah, it'll be like at some like a swap meet or like some kind of cheap Mexican like toy store. And it's like a fucked up version of Spider-Man with a different name, or it'll say like Batman, and it's just like some weird shit. Like, those are always funny too.
Yeah, those are hilarious. I think this guy's a knockoff.
Right? Oh, right, of Chet.
Don't ever compare me to him.
Mexican knockoff.
Mexican R2D2. Arturito. Yeah, seeing knockoff stuff like that is funny. Or like whenever we go to the dollar store right here, we'll always go to like the cereal section, and like the top two like shelves are like all the brand names, and underneath that they have like the fake ones with like where it's like Tony the Tiger, but yeah, he looks like weird, and it's called like frosted oats or something, yeah. And special F with the berries. Like, it's always weird shit.
And I've always thought, like, yeah, because I agree with you. And it's like, just because you're making a knockoff cereal, why can't you still have good artwork on it? Right?
They're trying, though.
Huh?
I'm sure they're trying.
You think they're? I don't think they're. I'm sure
Some of those are
somebody's-
bad. Like,
Yeah, they're really. I'm sure there's somebody like, nah, that looks too.
that looks too good. Like,
That
who do you
looks-
think you are? You're no Kellogg's.
Yeah, you know. Because I mean, yeah, you're printing it. That doesn't cost anything. Like you got, people have to know it's generic, and the artwork goes with it, right?
And like you'll see some like where it's the same brand, and you look at the little characters on each one, and it's like the same eyes, just with like a different color palette, or like they'll just recycle parts, and it's like like no effort is going into these at all.
Man, like Noah's got me all checking everything I eat now. He sent me some website that you type in the food you're about to eat, and it tells you how what the nutrition value is. It tells you how bad it's processed, and what's the other one?
I don't know.
The likelihood of it giving you hemorrhoids.
The nutrition value. The ingredients, like how good the ingredients are, and then how well it's processed. And
Like,
man,
they
everything.
score it, I guess, or
Yeah, they score them. And everything from the dollar store with those weird names is just fucked up.
you don't even want to see what's in this shit. Like,
Right, the names are always funny too, like Crest Hill or cookies from. It's like not Toll House, but it's just some.
yeah, the one at the dollar store is Chestnut Hill. Like, there's even like that. Fuck, have you seen that one? And it's like one of those generic brands, I guess, or like not whatever, like cheaper brands, and it's ice cream, but it's called like Turkey something, like or what? I swear it's turkey. It's like turkey ranch and you're like turkey. Like it doesn't sound appealing for ice cream. Like
Eats? What's the chips?
eats, yeah, the chips are
With the
eats
Z.
with the Z.
Oh man, last time I bought those cookies, and they're a rip off of those the blue butter cookies. It even comes in the tin, remember?
Oh yeah, and it looked just like
They're the same shape. It's like the same tin. It's in blue.
color, yeah.
But it's like
they even
some
come
other-
with like the little white like foily thing that kind of like separates all the cookies.
That tasted like shit.
Yeah, they're ass. Like they're okay, I guess, but you
Nah.
could tell the difference.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you can tell the difference.
Eats.
Man, and they ripped me off good because just looking at the box,
It's like authentic fucking
butter cookies.
Butter cookies.
I mean, I get it for some things, but it's like I tell him, there's a reason why it's cheaper.
I guess just because of the name, like the brand value, like
But I mean, according to that website, like
they were shittier.
way shittier.
Like they put less like effort into making sure it.
Or just the the ingredients aren't as good, and it's highly processed, like way more.
Just like the dollar ramen, right? Like they said, that's like one of the worst.
Yeah, one of the worst things.
It's
But
so
like
cheap.
most everything you find like that's name brand, most stuff is right in the middle, where it's maybe it's not high nutritional value, but it's not too processed. And,
Yeah, I could see that because like you're saying, like these other ones are like they obviously taste shittier and like they're worse on that website. So you would think like if they have like a lot to lose, like with the big name brand, like they don't want it to come out that their products suck or are not good or not. Yeah, so I could see them like at least putting some effort in order to keep it.
a little better, yeah.
Yeah, like, so you can-
and I mean, I don't even know how good that is, but most of the stuff like the Kraft macaroni and cheese, all that stuff was like 5, just right down the middle.
Sounds great.
And then you'd go to like the Annie's or like the organic stuff, and that stuff is ranked better.
Man, those Annies are good. I like those. But then you go to like Chesapeake Creek or something, and it's a shit fucking brand. It's like 1.3.
Right.
Yeah, but you would think like, I guess I get it. Like, you're capitalizing off like the name value. So like, if it looks like Oreos, like you're gonna be like, oh look, like it's like Oreos. So like maybe it'll help sell. But you think they'd want their own identity or their own thing? They're just like, nah, we're just gonna
Copy these guys.
copy these and ride their coattails.
Think of a good name. Pecan Hill, right? Yeah, the names are funny.
I even like seeing like the soda, the off-brand sodas. Yeah, some of them have fun. Like instead of like Dr. Pepper, it'll be like, or like Mr. Spice or something like.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's funny.
And they even do it like, not even with just food, but like, with like movies, like the Sci-Fi Channel will have a Jurassic Park, like their own version, but it's called something like Dinosaur Forest or something like stupid. Like,
Yeah, it's funny because for a while, whenever like a big, like when, damn, I'm trying to think of one. Like whenever a big movie comes out, like The Rock will be in something big. And then you'll always see that there's like 2 more movies that come out around the same time, but maybe they go straight to VHS or DVD or what, or Netflix.
Direct to TV.
Yeah. And it's like the exact same story, but with like a bunch of, B characters, and it's just a B movie. But like the exact same plot.
yeah, they even have like the Chestnut Hill, The Rock, right? The Boulder.
Chestnut Hill.
Yeah, I guess with really anything, huh? Like you're always gonna find like yeah, like the great value version.
But even some of the great value stuff was ranked pretty good.
Damn.
Yeah, I was all sad. The reason I found that website was because I have like a coconut milk drink that I keep getting.
Oh.
And then I was like, oh,
What are they
like
called? Kuwais?
Kuji or something. Like,
Kujis?
and it says like hydrate naturally. So I thought like this whole time I've been like, doing something good.
They're,
And then
they're
drinking
expensive.
shit.
They're like $1.50, $1.30 each.
They're the ones that have like the little chunks in it.
yeah.
Okay, I know what chunks.
You like them?
I never had one. I always see them. I've never actually. They look good.
They're really good.
But yeah, I looked it up and it was like a 9 or like a 9.5. I was like,
It was
oh,
bad?
Like that,
Highly
yeah,
processed.
Oh.
really bad.
Man, it just comes out of some spigot in some factory somewhere. Like,
Even Coke ranked like at a 5. Huh?
damn, and that stuff takes rust off cars. Like, imagine what this stuff does to you.
Right.
Yeah, I always hear with different foods like dairy products. I hear that they aren't really good for you. like they make your body create like mucus, and they have a bunch of I always hear like that it's good to quit dairy products. Yeah, I don't drink milk. I do like cheese. Yeah, I don't know how processed all that. I'm sure the cheese is pretty processed, especially when it's like bright yellow.
Like even that thing we'll talk about cheese and different brands. Like yeah, some brands are better and cleaner than other brands.
I could see that.
But yeah, I mean, I guess so I guess what you're paying for really does matter. And I can see for certain things. Like one thing I don't buy is sandwich meat. I just think that's way too processed.
Yeah, I guess for sure, right?
Bacon, turkey bacon.
I eat bacon at home, but it's the vegan bacon. I should look up that vegan because I eat a lot of vegan food at home. I should look up how good because they make them sound like it's a healthier alternative, it's better, but I've heard bad things about some of those.
Yeah, I'm sure it's highly processed. Yeah, I'm sure all the Morningstar. I'm sure that stuff is really processed and.
Yeah, like I made like vegan burgers at home from scratch. They taste nothing like those Morningstar or the Boca burgers. Like those things taste like processed.
How does that bacon taste?
I like it. I mean, I think it tastes like bacon.
Really?
When I first started buying it, it was always like solid, and it tasted like bacon bits, like a giant bacon bit.
Okay, I can kind of do that.
And it was okay. It would get to you after a while. But the ones now are like flimsy and they have like line. Like it looks like there's like fat in it.
Now that they painted
Now that they painted the fat lines on it, I'm like, yeah, this is way better.
I don't care what they painted it with.
No, but now they're not solid. Like they feel like bacon and like they crisp up, and it actually I think it tastes like bacon.
Really?
Maybe not as smoky, but I think it's pretty close.
Man, because I tried the vegan or vegetarian diet. Man, probably like 22 years ago.
Oh, I'm sure the food was probably shit
Oh,
back
man,
then.
the
huh?
bacon was bad, like really bad. The hot dog tastes like shit. The bacon, like everything tasted bad. But
Damn,
I just learned to eat
better.
vegetables, and yeah, I didn't try and replace anything with what they were selling. But,
Yeah,
no, go ahead.
yeah, I've definitely noticed a difference, like, between when I started eating vegan when I was like 14, 15. And yeah, even back then, like, which is, I was 12 years ago or 13 years ago, even back then, it sucked ass, like, all the vegan alternatives. Now they're way better. Like, the chicken nuggets, the chicken patties, man, they taste like a chicken patty. The bacon's way better. The hot dogs are good. It depends on what brand you get. Hot dogs are good. I tried a vegan pepperoni the other day. It sucked ass.
Oh yeah.
It was disgusting.
We'll do
So-
turkey pepperoni because yeah, we don't
Oh
eat pork.
shit! I never had that.
What else? I've seen where they make the bacon out of the. What's that paper they use to
Oh, like the rice paper,
rice
and like
paper.
they put like like smoky flavor. I've
like
seen
soy
that.
sauce,
That looks kind of good.
and it crunches and it. I mean, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm just.
I'm gonna bring some vegan bacon, put it on the little comal we have back there. Let you try it. I think it's pretty good.
We'll do the chicken bacon.
I've never had that either. Where do you find that? Just at the store?
Yeah, Sprout sells it. That's the only place I've seen it. It's pretty good. Huh? Like it does its job, right?
The Chesapeake
job.
Hill
Chesapeake.
chicken bacon. Yeah, I like yeah, I don't really drink milk anymore. So I'll drink like if I'm going to drink milk, I'll drink like an almond milk or an oat milk. Oat milk is my go-to. That's really good. And I don't even mind like vegan chocolate because I don't really like. I like dark chocolate either way. So it's kind of more like a dark chocolate.
Vegan chocolate?
Yeah, because they don't put milk in it, so it's always like a. It tastes more like a dark chocolate.
Oh shit. Yeah, I eat dark chocolate. It's not sweet.
Yeah, it's good. It's almost like a little bit bitter sometimes.
Yeah, it's like coffee or it has like that. Yeah,
Oh, it's really good.
I can't do Snickers, Hershey's. I can't do any of that anymore.
Oh, I love that stuff.
Man, it doesn't even taste like chocolate. I mean, it's just like sugar.
Yeah, it's
and-
candy. Right?
Yeah, it's just sugar and texture and nougat.
That's why I feel we've talked about this before, but that's how I feel about like the name brand popular peanut butters. Like to me, they just taste like candy. It's like the inside of like a Reese's. Like it's. I mean, they taste good, but it's
Oh,
like,
the
so
inside of a
sweet.
Reese's is even worse. But yeah, that's almost borderline.
Yeah, I'd rather do like an organic, like non-sweetened peanut butter. Oh, it's just so good. Like it tastes like peanuts. Like,
And this guy that's always mad at me for getting that stuff, when we looked him up on his chart, oh
you're
man,
like, I fucking told you, motherfucker.
I told you, yeah. The natural, what was it, the natural Skippy or
I didn't look with
what,
you.
what do I get? The natural, one of them's natural, right?
With like the oil still on top and all that.
No, but it's one of the name brands, but it says natural on it.
Organic or something.
Skip, Jif, what are the brands? Jif. Everybody says it's Jiffy, but it's Jif.
I think it's Jif, and then there's Skippy.
Yeah, I think it's the natural Skippy. It's even like in a brown. That one is like a 4.5. Like it's right there. It's like one of the best ones to get. But yeah, that organic stuff we get. What are those brands? Those are fucked up name brands, but they're ranked like at a 1. Like 1. 0's the best.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But yeah, you look at the ingredients. It's just peanuts and.
Yeah, like the ones from Sprouts, like it's just like it's not even like a name brand. It's just Sprouts, and they just have it like in a little container, like like it's not even like a package, like all fancy. And yeah, like if you look at the color, like it's really light. It's like a tan, like a very very light.
Yeah, they
So it's
make it on the
just-
back. Some guys just
Just chewing,
spitting it.
all organic,
All organic, handmade, made right.
made with love. And the little logo is just the dude in the front. No, to me the two that are like brutal is like the Peter Pan. Is it Peter Pan? That one just tasted like candy to me. Like it's so sweet. And then the one where it's like goober
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
like the swirl with like the jelly. That stuff is fucking disgusting.
Yeah, look, that stuff is on that chart is bad. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I liked when you said that here at the shop, and then everyone was like, "How are you hating on Goober?"
Right? Everyone was like, "Oh, what are you talking about? It's the best one." Like, oh, you guys are gross. I hate that shit. Like when I go to, growing up, when I've gone to a friend's house and like stayed the night or just hung out there, and we're gonna make peanut butter and jelly, and they pull that out, I'm always like, oh, it's the last time I come to your fucking house. Like, that's disgusting.
That's what his friends feel when they come to my house, because all we got
Oh,
is
it's again.
oil. It tears actually, it doesn't tear the bread, because the bread I buy is all like,
It's like a brick. It's like a Jesus biblical bread.
so it could take that rough peanut butter.
Fuck yeah. Hey Noah, can we have some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? Yeah, just let my dad finish chewing up the peanuts. We'll have enough.
It might taste like toothpaste because he brushed it.
But it's all natural. It's a one. It's a one.
Yeah, some of that bread's pretty rough too, but
I like breads like that.
yeah.
I do. And they have more character to them.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
the
it's,
regular breads are kind of boring.
I think so.
And they're sweet, like regular white bread. It's sweet.
It's soft. This guy's because when you go eat at Rudy's, they'll give you free bread.
So you guys just fill up on 80 pieces of bread?
No, I'll take it home sometimes, and he's like, "What's this? Like, how's it so soft?" And like,
Right, because he's never seen regular white
He's
bread
never
in his life.
soft white bread in his life.
It's just like Ezekiel bread. And it's funny, sometimes like, we'll, a bunch of the guys will order food. And then we ask Noah like, oh, we're going to get like Taco Bell. Do you want something? And his eyes brighten up all happy. But then he looks at you and he's like, well, is my dad getting anything? And I'll go ask him and you're like, I'm all right. And he's like, no, I'll pass. Like, he doesn't want to disappoint you. Like, and looks like, but I could see like in his eyes, like, damn, I wanted a cheesy gordita crunch.
Right.
So he's like, fuck, I'll just eat my Ezekiel bread with 28 grain toast. And
Man, last time I was at Taco Bell, I got pissed off because I wanted not the chalupa. It's one of the items, and I guess they took it off the menu, but it's on the app. So I tried ordering it, and he's like, "Oh, you can only order that on the app." I was like, "Well, you can't just like place it like."
so you can make it then?
And he was like, "No, like you have to place it on the app if you want that." Like, I was like, "What?" Like,
That's stupid.
They probably have a robot like ours that reads the apps, and he can make it.
Right? That's how we should start doing stuff here. Like, oh, you take walk-ins. Oh, you gotta go through the app. You gotta go through the robot.
Bienvenidos a Casa de Sapo.
Yeah, Taco Bell, like the one by my house. I can ask them to make me custom shit, and they'll do it.
Yeah.
Like I know they took the enchurito. Remember that one? Like it's like a smothered beef burrito thing. They took it off the menu, and it was my uncle's favorite. And I went to Taco Bell, and he's like, "Oh, they don't have it anymore, huh?" And I asked them to make it, and they're like, "Yeah, it's not gonna be like how it was, but I can use the ingredients here to like recreate it." And we did that.
And I should make some homemade ones up.
Oh, that'd be good.
I think I even asked him that at that Taco Bell. Like, you can't just like put it together. Oh, I did, and they're like, "Oh, we can, but it's probably gonna be like double the price." And I was like, "What?" Like, bruh.
Damn. I should start making our own items, huh? Like, when it said yours has like 47 grain tortilla,
Like made right.
organic cashew cheese.
Man, did you hear when that Tamale guy came in and he gave us that whole pitch? Did you hear the pitch?
I heard the pitch. I was in the restaurant. What was he saying? He had strawberries?
He had like strawberry. I've never heard of that. That sounded interesting. I mean, and then he had like rajas con queso. You know what? His tamales, like, they're pretty good. I like them. I just hate his fucking sales pitch. Like, just talk to me like a human being. Like,
Noche de US.
right? Like, yeah, I felt like that. And then he'd be like, "Yeah, I've got tamales, this, that." And check it out, guys. All the way from the west side, fresh homemade, only $15. Like, no one talks like that.
I know. So weird.
Check it out. Check this out, guys. Like, yeah, like I'm trying to like,
And
sell me a car.
wait.
Like, what do you?
Hear this one.
And you're not gonna believe this. But wait, there's more. Order within the next 5 minutes. And receive another chalupa. Value of $3.99. Yours free.
I think when he's on the west side, he's like all the way from the east side.
Probably, right? I'm gonna follow him home. He probably lives down the street.
Probably the older brother, the peanut butter cookie guy.
Oh man, I finally gave in because you guys, everyone always says that
He's a nice guy.
he's a very nice guy,
I'll just leave it at that.
but everyone always says that his cookies suck. All you guys say, no, they suck, and they're $1. So one time he came in
And
I
it's
was like,
helping him go through school, right? Does he still use that line?
does he say that?
That's what he says. I'm trying to go to school.
He's been saying that for the past 10
But that's not the
years.
cadence he says it with, is it? Oh yeah, so I was like, fuck it, I'll buy some. It was $1 for like 4 or 5 cookies or something. You guys are right. Those cookies were fucking ass. Like, I don't even think it's fair to call those cookies.
Yeah, it's like a little muffin or
It's,
or
yeah,
what
it's like
is
a
it?
little piece of bread or. It's like it feels like it's uncooked still. It's all doughy. There's no
These
flavor.
Chestnut Hills.
Wait
You work for it, right? For
a minute. this tastes like Chesapeake Creek. Where did you get these?
Or how about the other old man that comes in selling the banana bread and the honey?
The dude that looks like he used to be in ZZ Top.
He's all soft spoken. He has all kinds
Like
of
wise
crap.
and- Yeah, like weird, like random crap, like tea, incense. Like,
Homemade tea. right?
Posters, right? He has like posters.
Got some porn in there, sir. So I can whack off to the back.
and then like little pamphlets that say like "Give your life to Christ," and it's all like this.
Remember one time he's like, "Hey, I've got local honey," and I'm like, "Oh, I get my local honey from the
PetSmart.
PetSmart. Have you seen PetSmart has that local honey from?
No.
Where's it from?
Fabins.
From Fabins, yeah.
Oh, it's on Chestnut Hill. No, I'm not interested.
So I tell him, I said, no, because the PetSmart has a big one from Fabins for. I mean, it's expensive. It's like $12, but it's a big one.
It's huge.
That'll last you long.
If you can eat it fast enough, I mean, it kind of gets hard, but I mean, I eat it.
But yeah, even when it gets like white and hard, right? They say it's still good. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
like
still
a
good.
natural aging process of honey or whatever.
Yeah, you can warm it up and it softens up, or yeah,
Damn, I need to start going and getting honey from there. That sounds good.
It's good. And I told him like, oh, I get mine from right there. He's like, I don't want to be the one to break it to you. But
Damn.
like those guys are.
They
doing
rated 9 on the.
Because I know what those guys in Fabins are doing, and like he had like this whole backstory on why his honey was better.
It's, right. Right. They participated in illegal bee trafficking. You don't want to. These guys are good news, man.
Some bee pedophilia going out in Fabins.
See, the bees at my range are free range, all organic.
Happy. Treat the queen proper.
I even sucked the honey from the combs myself. And yeah, that's funny. I remember one time that dude came in, and like, cause when he comes in, like, you know, when someone comes in, they usually wait right here, and then somebody will go up to the front and address them. That dude doesn't give a fuck. He'll just go to the back and push his cart, has like some girl's tits around while we're doing something, like, hey, and he just comes all the way to the back. Like he'll fucking go to the bathroom and knock and something.
Yeah, last time they were in the back, like, I don't know, they were doing something back there, and then
There's something.
Mondo turns around and that guy's just there right next to him, like, hey, have bread.
Have some bread to go with that weed you all are smoking.
Right, he has weed in there too, and at the bottom. Oh, that dude looks like he smoked some hella good weed in his lifetime. He looks like a Amish looking,
Yeah, he's like all Amish, all soft. spoken.
super soft spoken. Yeah, like, yeah,
Got some jam, some good old jam.
good old fresh baked local organic jam. No, yeah, one time he did that and he went and he just started pushing through the doors and everybody was busy. Like everybody was busy. Like even I was busy, so I couldn't go to the front. And one of the artists that's like right here in the front sees him coming through and just stops. You can't be back here. You can't. And then right away you see the guy like, oh shit, and then he goes to the back and then he leaves. Like he doesn't wait. He just leaves. And I didn't see him for like a year. Then he started coming back again.
He shaved and he came back.
You shaved. Now he
My
comes in
brother.
through the back. Like,
Asking if his brother was harassing him. Is my brother harassing you?
oh, he doesn't have manners.
Or the old Mexican lady selling the candies.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Or how about that one guy selling the paletas? He has like one tooth, but he's loud. You seen that guy?
Yeah, he has like the little push thing. Like, damn, one time I saw him because he's always here. And one time I was driving to work and I was like, oh, there, like where the freeway hits George Dieter, and I saw him pushing there. And I was like, God damn, this dude just walks like miles to hopefully sell some paletas. That poor guy.
You
Like,
think he'd be thinner, huh? I just like him because, yeah, the way he yells, like, he has no shame. He lets everybody know what he's
oh
saying.
yeah.
There's one tooth. And he's burnt to shit, huh?
Right. Skin has seen some better days. And there's even that other lady that sells the fruit cocktails. Or I guess like just chopped fruit in like a. Man, I missed the burrito lady. What happened to that?
Damn, which was the last burrito lady?
I don't know. There was somebody that would come sometimes, like real early, like if we're here like a little bit or like right at 12 or a little even before, she would come like really quick. But I haven't seen her in a long time.
You know what's funny? At Sprouts, there was like 3 burrito trucks just parked there.
Damn.
You think somebody would be like, hey, you're moving in on my territory.
Yeah, right. Like, oh, I'm sure like burrito people like fucking have wars, huh?
Right. Yeah, there was
Homeless
one at the...
people.
Huh?
Homeless people.
Oh yeah, homeless
hey,
people
this
are like
is my
that.
corner. Like this is my block.
Burrito guys, right? Like, oh no, I get my burritos from the lady down the street. Oh, I hate to be the one to break it to you, but
We hear her tortillas are Chesapeake.
you really don't want to be eating all that processed.
And even the burritos are so fucking expensive now. Like $5.
Yeah, right. I remember at I wonder if they still do it, but when I was in high school, like in my senior year, there is a park across the street from our school. So everybody would just go to the park, hang out, smoke, do their thing. And then there'd be like it's a local business. I don't want to say the name, but they would pull up in a truck and they would sell burritos, chips, candy, ice cream, aguas frescas, and everything was $1. Like the drinks were $1, the burritos were $1. The chips were probably cheaper, but everything was $1. So all the kids would go and, fuck the cafeteria food. We're gonna go get burritos. And then when I graduated, I started working at some place, and that same truck would pull like the same business, but now the burritos are like $4.50.
Oh,
So it's like they did it like you had to get all the kids to buy it, so they probably made like a profit there. But then they're like, oh, these people are working, like let's charge them more.
the same burritos.
It was the same exact one, the same
Damn.
truck, same lady.
Because even we had that scheme the other day to hang out. Because, yeah, you'll see, I remember by my high school at lunch, and there was like a Taco Bell. There was like chain restaurants, but they'd always have like cheap
Like deals or something.
deals for students. Where, yeah, you can eat for like $3 back then, like a complete meal. And I'm sure they do it around here too, like for the Montwood High School.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, you said that, right? Next to your high school, they would do that?
A bunch of the places. Carlos and Mickey's, that bakery.
damn,
The meat
damn,
market.
Carlos and Mickey's, damn,
Right.
for lunch, right?
So we're saying at lunch, we'll all go there, like, just with like a backpack.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I still look kind of young. No, looks young. Like, we should go to the high school and just get like flat. You can come too.
You can be the teacher. Good dick. Noah looks young. I look young.
Does it have hemorrhoids? Does it have hemorrhoids?
Yeah, I don't know. This guy has hemorrhoids.
Oh man, that was unintentional, but that was great. Fuck.
We'll get you something. Wait in the car.
Right, the lady's like, "Who's that?" Oh fuck. No, but yeah, I always thought like, damn, I should go to the park and pretend I'm a student and just buy like 20 burritos. Like, fuck it, bring them to work. Oh fuck.
And then what happens when the bell rings and then security's like, all right, all you guys come on. And he takes you to school and you have to go to class.
Right, fuck. Now I'm in remedial English. At least I have burritos.
I wonder if you can do that. You know, it's always funny. I remember in high school, whenever there would be like a new student and maybe they had a mustache or something, everybody thought, oh, that guy's an undercover cop.
He's a fed, right? Man, I remember like, yeah, by the time you get to high school, you know, there's already kids that have facial hair, this and that, but I remember being like 6th grade and this dude had like a full beard, like thick, like a Mr. T beard, like god damn, like I don't know how that happens. I don't know what that dude's up to now. He probably looks like shit now.
Man, at the shoe convention I did on Sunday, there was it looked like almost like the father and the son.
Right.
And they were
From
talking.
Albuquerque. Yeah.
They were talking to us, and then right,
Forever.
were you the one that asked?
Because, yeah, they told me they're from Albuquerque. And the guy's like, he's a big dude, and he's pretty big, too. You can tell he's like hairy, but he was freshly shaven.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, hey, you go to because we started talking about Albuquerque, and I'm like, oh, I like going there because they have casinos. And he's like, oh, I can't gamble. I'm 19. Right? He looked like, I would say he looked like
26, 30.
30 years old or something.
Fuck.
It was crazy.
And the other kid was just like his friend, I guess.
His
buddy.
The other kid was 11.
Well, they kind of looked like
He looked 19.
little brother, no?
Maybe.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Man, we took the dice and we were rolling, throwing some heat out there. When people didn't want to meet at the certain price. Because everybody's just haggling.
All right, well, let's roll for it. Like
Let's roll for it. Yeah. Right? And everybody's all down to roll it.
Everyone was down.
Some guys even like, I got my own dice, right?
Yes.
No, that's not.
He said real dice. Oh, you guys want to play with real dice? I'm like, no, these are real dice.
These are the Vegas dice.
Yeah, I don't know what you've got.
It's like the little mini dice from like Monopoly or something,
Right,
or
yeah.
some bullshit like
Shoots and ladders or something.
shoots and ladders. Right? Sorry.
Yeah, it was funny with one guy. I told him the hat was 60, and he's like, you can't do 55? And I was like, man, the price is 60, bro.
I just want to roll for it like everybody else.
But then I told him, like, I'll roll for it. And I ended up getting the 60. And he pulls out, like, a huge wad of cash, and he's, like, flipping. I'm like, oh, this guy. Like,
Yeah, everybody just wants to. Yeah, everybody's trying to
Yeah, right.
barter. And
Like here too, like here's somebody like trying to haggle for a tattoo or something, and they're just being really difficult, and then finally like, all right, I'll cut you, I'll do this, do that. All right, yeah, they pull a big wad and then get into their Mercedes and take off. Like, oh, fuck you. I've had people do that to me too. Like, I'll tell them the price. Like, I always tell them the price, and then like on the phone or here, and then I've had it where like they show up and then they said they called, or like afterwards we're gonna pay, and they're like, oh, it's gonna be 40, 50 bucks, whatever. Oh no, the guy told me 20. The guy told me 35. I was like, oh no, like I'm the guy. Like I didn't tell you 20 bucks. Like I'm like, I answered the phone. Like, what are you talking
like,
about?
yeah, he said that, but if you suck his dick.
Right, and then you just see me coming in with a $20 bill. Cool guy.
Yeah, that's funny when people say stuff like that. Yeah, they're so full of shit. Like, come on, man, this isn't gonna work. Like, this isn't like some giant company with all kinds of people.
Yeah, right. Like, I even had it where like I had one time I had one that came in and I pierced her like months before, but she had took it off so it closed, so she wanted to do it again. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's gonna be this price, whatever. And she's like, but I've done it before here. And I'm like, yeah, but we still gotta like re-pierce. You know, I'm doing the same thing. And she got all mad and argued with me. It's like, yeah, you can't go to like Olive Garden and
I've already eaten.
I've eaten here before, so what the hell? Like, what do you mean you're charging me that? Like,
just give me my same plate and fork, right? Like,
I've eaten here plenty of times.
you have my fork and my cup back there. Just you don't have to get a new one. Like, come on, it's me.
They're asking for IDs. They do that too. Like, oh, I gave it to you last time. Like,
Yeah, with the paperwork. I filled it out last time.
I can't go to like a bar and be like, oh, I showed you my ID last time, bro. Like, just give me a beer. Like, you can't do that.
When they haggle for the tattoo, you can. Yeah, I'll just use my Chesapeake Bay needles.
Oh, there you go. Right. You don't get the Chestnut Hill needles. You get the Chesapeake Creek needles.
So Chestnut Hill ink.
Right. Just let Xander finish chewing it up in the back and spitting it into the bottle.
So we've been getting a lot more fan mails.
And people are finally listening and reaching out.
Yeah, right.
It's starting to pay
I've
off.
even seen where like other big podcasts are kind of
Oh man.
copying us and doing the same skits.
We're not gonna mention any names here, but we can definitely consider ourselves ghostwriters for some of the biggest podcasts in the world.
But let me see.
You got a few?
I've got a few. This one is by foodisonmymind@gmail.com. If your podcast were a food item, what would it taste like and what ingredients would it contain?
Oh man, we'd definitely be like a 9 on the scale. Huh?
No, I balance us out.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
a 5.
It's like 9-1 and then ends up like
Yeah, there'd be no, maybe a little bit of Chesapeake Bay, right?
Yeah, I think it'd be something like a very healthy like dough cake bread type thing, but then we put like squeezed cheese like the easy on top.
A little bit of caviar, maybe.
A little bit of caviar. But is it Chesapeake Hill or is it?
No, we'll get the good caviar. Some smoked salmon, maybe.
Oh, smoked salmon. It'd be smoked salmon, caviar, cream cheese. You know? Oh, that sounds great. Maybe a little bit of a.
Hot sauce.
What kind of hot sauce? Which one?
Oh man. Also Cholula. For
For Noche de UFC.
right.
Noche de Toad House.
Casa de Sapo.
All right, this episode is not Toad House, it's Casa de Sapo.
All of our Mexican fan base.
And we know you're out there.
So Cholula, right?
Cholula. Yeah, but then would it be Cholula or Valentina? That's where our fans get divided. Tapatio.
Man, I like Cholula. That's one I'll buy.
Hot sauce, like out of anything?
I'll do like the Louisiana or the Cholula.
And to me, the Louisiana is too vinegary. But then again, my favorite is Red Hot. And people say that one's even worse, but I don't taste it in it. Like, it blends different, I think.
I think that's pretty close to Louisiana. Like
Yeah.
I like Red Hot or Texas Pete.
Texas Pete is good.
It's kind of the same.
Even like those ones that have like fruity, like mango habanero or something, or
Yeah, those are good.
I've seen a couple of interesting ones.
See, I'd say a little bit of spice and a little bit of
Sweetness, like
brown sugar.
ah, we all know where to get brown sugar, don't we?
Not that brown sugar.
Not that kind. That one's already spicy. Damn, now I'm hungry. Who was it from?
Yep.
Food on my mind? Now I got food on my mind.
This one is from Lord of the Rings Rules at yahoo.com. If your podcast were a mystical artifact, what kind of powers or knowledge would it bestow upon those who listened faithfully? It would teach you how to get rid of hemorrhoids, for one.
For sure. That's a given, huh? Damn. Right, it would give you the knowledge and expertise on every subject, but you can't explain why. You just trust me. A mystical artifact.
What kind of mystical artifact? What kind of powers? Would definitely be able to spot out fake UFOs and fake aliens.
Yeah, right.
You'd have that ability.
Yeah, you can tell if you can always tell the difference between like a mythological creature and cake.
Cake, right?
Like you always know which one's which.
And if it's not cake, it might be a piñata.
You can always tell if there's candy inside
Especially
the
if it's
piñata.
Noche de...
Oh, that's when you get like extra like your like when the full moon's out and like the werewolves get there. It's like that. Maybe get a steel sock.
Man, that's just so funny. Like I was, man, I've been down this whole alien thing rabbit hole, and so same two guys. Who are they?
I don't remember their names. One of them's like a pilot, and the other one was like a.
Okay, no, this is the
the
other two guys, the ones that he was on Coast to Coast, or
yeah. Is it Lazenby? No, not Lazenby. No, yeah, but
Jeremy Corbyn.
he's the documentary filmmaker that did like Bob Lazar's documentary,
Yeah.
and then the other guy's like George.
Knapp.
I think it might be George Knapp. And yeah, he was the old host of Coast to Coast AM.
Yeah, I think it was. Damn, I was listening to a podcast, and they were both on it, and they were talking to another guy. Man, it's just, you know what I mean? And these guys are just sitting there talking so much bullshit that, like, you know, I wish somebody, like, we won't give you that. Our artifact will not give anybody that kind of fucking bullshit.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be true knowledge. Like,
And, you know, this guy there, he's talking, and he's talking about the different races of aliens that they've seen, and he starts talking about the tall whites. And he says these things are like 7 feet tall, white skin with claws, and then he starts talking about their UFO. And then in the middle of it, without skipping a beat, he's like, and you know the tall whites, these guys are penny pinchers, so their UFO isn't as up to date
as the medium greens or
yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck is he saying? Like if, yeah, like I don't
like
know.
already like racially stereotyping all the different aliens, right? Penny pinching.
The penny pitching, yeah, that they're trying to save a buck in their space travel, right?
Or they can travel across the galaxy with advanced superhuman intellect, but damn, they love a good deal.
They love a good deal. That's why they come here on Wednesdays, because coming out on Monday is just too expensive.
They only buy Chesapeake Creek.
So that's the only reason they come to Earth. Is where that Chesapeake Creek gummy worms are.
Right, because the ones on Omicron Nebula 7 are way too expensive. Like, fuck that.
If we hit Earth on a Wednesday, you can stop and fill up.
Villa. But they only get unleaded. They don't get the good stuff.
Yeah, but this, you know what I mean? This guy, and then these other guys look at him and they just like laugh and they all go along with it, like.
Yeah, like how you said, like how we were saying last time, like just talking so confident about something that like you don't know what you're talking about.
Here
Like,
I'm
come
dying
on.
just to see a picture of one, and this guy he already knows like their spending habits. And
Right? How they act, how they. Damn, this guy's like next level.
next level, right?
Isn't there even one, two? I don't know if it's those same guys. I think it is where they're just saying like they just the words they use. Like, yeah, I went in there, but he had like a medulla oblongata.
Yeah, he said, fuck, what did he say?
It's not the one from Back to the Future. What do they say?
No, it's almost like that. A superconductor.
Oh.
He's like, yeah, they're working on a superconductor. It's like, what the fuck's a superconductor? Like, I don't know, but it sounds cool. It sounds cool.
But the whites, they're always penny pinching, so they're just making conductors.
Just, they don't want to spend that extra buck to make it super.
Alright. And that's why the Greys are gonna win the space race.
Penny pinching this guy. I'm gonna find it and we'll play it. Man, it's just I get so deep in these rabbit holes, like I don't even remember what I'm
Watch
watching.
60 videos all night. I mean, just like not only like are they like frugal or it's penny pinching, like like a penny, like they save a buck, like like they also have like coins and bills, and it's the same thing.
Like their UFO shows up and it's like duct tape or what? Like, oh, they didn't want to, or it's not painted, or
Like they ran out of gas on Jupiter. It's not painted.
they're like, look, he didn't change his check engine light. He just painted it black. Like,
The check engine light. Right? It's service every 1.7 light years.
He broke his lights and
One of his taillights is out. Fuck. Yeah, just the confidence that they say with is so funny. Like,
but like if I would have been like, no, that's not true, man. I know these guys.
yeah, like what if you countered just as confident? Like, I don't know, man. Those guys are pretty hardworking and
They work 8 days a week where they're from.
all right. They work 9 to 6, 8 days a week.
They work 28 hours, 8 days a week where they're from. I don't know what you're talking about.
465 days a year.
Snow, rain, fire.
Diamond rain.
Glass showers.
No matter what, they'll get you your package. Fuck. Or money back guarantee. Honestly, so that's what I think you're trying to do. Like the aliens are gonna come and they're gonna be hardworking and they're trying to discredit them so they don't take jobs. Funny.
Whatever happened with that other guy that came out? Yeah, nothing happened with that guy. He just talked that shit. That was it.
Which one?
The one that went to Congress.
Oh, yeah, I guess, right? It was like a big thing for like a week, and then now it just...
Yeah, that's it. Like,
Yeah, that's weird. And he was the one that said like that we have bodies or...
non-biological bodies or non-human.
Non-human.
Man, I'm gonna look hard for that, but man, I don't know where I would find that. Like, I forgot what.
Oh, if you find this, send it to me. That sounds hilarious.
Oh, it's
I got
so
it.
funny.
And like the whole time they're serious, and like they're not.
Yeah, they're just.
You think they're just trolling? Like they get in the car and laugh their ass off. Like, we told him he was penny pinching, fucking idiot.
Or you think it's like they're lying and the other guy's lying, and they all know they're lying, but they have to go along with it so
And
that
like
they don't look.
no one's gonna admit to the lie first. Like it just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, exactly. Or you think they're mad, like, fuck, he got us with that penny pinching line.
Shit, that was a good one. Fuck.
Sounds like he knows these guys way better than we did, right?
I didn't even know they used pennies. Like, shit.
Why did I think of that, right?
Quick, look it up. Is it true? Fuck.
Yeah, it's true. He posted it.
Fuck. All right, well, we have a body, and they bring out the Mexico aliens. Even now and too, like if that. I mean, not that like Mexico should be held to a lower standard or anything, but not on Noche de UFC at least, that's for sure. But like, just imagine how ridiculous it would look if they brought the like little alien bodies like that to Congress and like Biden and Mitch McConnell were there before they froze, like in Kamala Harris. It'd be so ridiculous, like. It's like a giant like minstrel show. Like it's just so.
And they said they're 1,000 years older.
Well, yeah, one of them is like 600, and the other one's like 1,700 or some shit. Like they would. One of them was a lot older than the other
Came
one.
looking for him, or they crashed at the same
Right.
time. Now it makes sense.
But he was too penny pinching, so he.
Get your shooter.
By the time he got here, he was long dead.
Even the other day, they said something happened in Peru. Man, I need to find this stuff. In Peru, I guess some aliens landed and they were there fighting with people for like weeks.
Like war. Like.
Good thing they're the penny pinchers.
Oh
'cause
right,
their
they
weapons
didn't.
weren't.
Or shit. They had like muskets with like the little. They didn't bring enough ammo.
Yeah, no ray guns or nothing. But yeah, supposedly they landed somewhere on the mountains of Peru and they were fighting with one of the local tribes for like a week.
Damn. Had bow and arrows still.
Right. No video, right? No video, no dead alien, nothing.
You see, it's because what happened is they landed in an area that was remote and native to Bigfoot. So we couldn't record. And that's how we battled them off.
I think Bigfoot's a penny pincher. he'll pay for the extra.
As Bigfoot always says, you buy cheap, you buy twice.